Osama bin Mohammed bin Awad bin Laden was the founder of Al-Qaeda, the militant organization that claimed responsibility for the September 11 attacks on the United States, along with numerous other mass casualty attacks against civilian and military targets. Emperor Shiwa was the 124th emperor of Japan according to the traditional order, reigning from December 25, 1926, until his death on January 7, 1989. Although better known outside of Japan by his personal name Hirohito, in Japan, he is now referred to primarily by his posthumous name Emperor Shiwa. Attila, frequently referred to as Attila the Hun, was the ruler of the Huns from 434 until his death in March 453. Attila was a leader of the Hunnic Empire, which stretched from the Ural River to the Rhine River and from the Danube River to the Baltic Sea. Idi Amin Dada was the third president of Uganda, ruling from 1971 to 1979. Amin joined the British Colonial Regiment, the King's African Rifles in 1946, serving in Kenya and Uganda. Eventually, Amin held the rank of Major General in the post-colonial Ugandan Army and became its commander before seizing power in the military coup of January 1971, deposing Milton Obote. Kublai Khan, born Kublai and also known by the temple name Shizu, was the fifth Khagan of the Mongols, reigning from 1260 to 1294, and the founder of the Yuan dynasty in Mongolia and China, a division of the Mongol Empire. Vlad II, known as Vlad Dracul, was a voivode of Wallachia. He reigned from 1436 to 1442, and again from 1443 to 1447. He was the father of Mircea II, Vlad Cilagarul, Vlad III Dracula, who became posthumously known by the epithet Upo, and Radu III the Beautiful. Fred Waldron Phelps, Sr. was an American pastor who headed the Westboro Baptist Church, an independent Baptist church based in Topeka, Kansas. Phelps attained notoriety primarily from his vehemently anti-gay activism and his picketing of funerals of homosexuals and soldiers. Herman Webster Mudgett, better known under the name of Dr. Henry Howard Holmes, was one of the first documented serial killers in the modern sense of the term. In Chicago at the time of the 1893 World's Columbian Exposition, Holmes opened a hotel which he had designed and built for himself specifically with murder in mind, and which was the location of many of his murders. Qin Shi Huang, personal name Yingxing, was the king of the state of Qin who conquered all other warring states and united China in 221 BC. Rather than maintain the title of king borne by the Shang and Zhou rulers, he ruled as the first emperor of the Qin dynasty from 220 to 210 BC. Ivan Vasilievich Smirnov was a Russian World War I flying ace. He was born to a poor peasant family, but through courage and good fortune managed to become an officer in the Imperial Russian Air Service. Nero was Roman emperor from 54 to 68, and the last in the Julio-Claudian dynasty. Nero was adopted by his granduncle Claudius to become his heir and successor, and succeeded to the throne in 54 following Claudius' death. Joseph Stalin or Iosif Vissarionovich Stalin was the leader of the Soviet Union from the mid-1920s until his death in 1953. Among the Bolshevik revolutionaries who took part in the Russian Revolution of 1917, Stalin was appointed General Secretary of the party's Central Committee in 1922. Heinrich Luitpold Himmler was Reichsführer of the Schutzstaffel, a military commander, and a leading member of the Nazi Party of Nazi Germany. Nazi leader Adolf Hitler later appointed him commander of the replacement army and general plenipotentiary for the administration of the entire Third Reich. Pol Pot, born Saloth Sar, was a Cambodian socialist revolutionary who led the Khmer Rouge from 1963 until 1997. From 1963 to 1981, he served as the General Secretary of the Communist Party of Kampuchea. Adolf Hitler was an Austrian-born German politician who was the leader of the Nazi Party. He was Chancellor of Germany from 1933 to 1945 and Führer of Nazi Germany from 1934 to 1945. As effective dictator of Nazi Germany, Hitler was at the center of World War II in Europe, and the Holocaust.